Now, hello, good day, welcome back to Apostle 1 tutorial. Now, we are still on sequence and series. In the previous video, I gave you an introduction to sequence and series, and I placed more focus on, I emphasize on the sequence, on the series, yes. I talk about the series, then we solve some questions on the series. I'm sure that you sent the solutions or the solution in the comment section, right? Yes. If today is the first time you're visiting my channel, make sure you subscribe and then you share the video. Make sure to comment after watching the video. Yes. Now let's look at the sequence itself. In the previous video, I explained the meaning of what sequence. Yes. But for now, I'm coming to dive into the sequence. Yes. Then we'll talk about a whole lot of things about the sequence. Now let me write just a common sequence of numbers. Then let's see how or what we can say about it. Now, let's say we have a sequence of numbers like this. 10. Now let's say we have 10. Okay, let me start from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, I also talk about the fact that the sequence of numbers can be finite or infinite. For example, like this one is finite. I can also talk about a situation where the 10 is infinite. Now let me talk about infinite. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this one is infinite. And then this one is finite. So we have the finite sequence and the infinite sequence. Now let's look at this one. Now you see this number, this number, this number, and this number, they all follow a particular pattern of which we can even predict the next number. Yes. But look at something. We have something called terms when we talk about sequence. We have something called terms when we talk about sequence. And what are the terms in the sequence? Now, because this one is the first number, we call it the first term. The first term. This one is the second number, we call it the second term. Second term. This one, the third number, we call it the third term. This one, the fourth number, we call it the fourth term. And then, of course, you can see that this one is finite. So this is the fifth term, right? But the fifth term here is the last term to write because that's the last number. You get it? Yeah, so this is the last number at the same time the fifth term. Now, because this one is the last number, I'm going to call it, this one is the last term. The last word, term. The last term. Yes. Now, let me talk about this one too. We also have the first term, the second, we have the third, we have the fourth, we have the fifth, we have the sixth, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Right? Now, this particular sixth, this number we are approaching infinity, meaning we don't know the last number, right? Yes, we don't know the last number. But we can also predict the last number using some particular numbers, okay? Yes. Now, follow me closely. Now, this first term, we use something to represent the first term. Most of the time, we use letters to represent the first term. Yes. Now, so the first term, normally we use T1. So since I'm using T, some of them they use U, some of them they use any other letter, but I prefer using T. So I will say T sub 1 represent the first term. Then T sub 2 represent the second term. T sub 3 represents the third term. Then T sub 4 represents the what? The fourth term. So when we have T sub 10, this one will represent what? The 10th term. Now T sub 8 represents the 8th term in that order. So keep that one in your head. Sometimes they use U. So instead of T1, we're going to use U1 to represent the first term, U2 to represent the second term, U3 to represent the fourth term, the third term, in that order. So U10 will be what? The 10th term. So whether we use the U or the T, it is still the same thing. We are just using variable to represent all of them. Now let me look at the last term. The last term. Now with this particular last term, it means this one is the last number. You get it? Yes, but this one is already known. It's already known. But when we talk about the last number, it means we're talking about the nth term. In case the last number is not known. Now with this number, we don't know the last number. So if we talk about this one up to infinity, up to the last number up to n, where n is not known. So I'm using the n to represent the last number where n is not known. So which means this one will be the sixth term. Then here will be the nth term. The nth term, because we are already talking about the last number where the last number is not known. You get it? Yes. So a situation where the last number is not known, we use n to represent an unknown last number or the last term, which is called the nth term. So how do we write the nth term? This one is T1, this one is T2, this one is T6, then this one will be Tn, which represents the nth term. The nth term. Don't forget the nth term, because the last number here is n, so here becomes the nth term. You get it? Now the same applies to this one. Since this one is the last term, you can say that this one is the nth term, or L. We can use that the Tn or L to represent the last number. If the last number is known, it's the same as the Tn or the L. Now this one is also the last number, but the last number here is also, this one is now unknown. Yes. And this one is the same as well, the Tn or the L. Since it is the last number, we can use we call it the nth term. So the nth term of this particular series is the last number, which is the same as the fifth term. Don't forget that this one is finite and this one is what? Infinite. So this one is a situation where it is not known, the nth term. A situation where it is known, we call it the last term. So know the difference between these two. You get it? So all of them you can use the L to represent. So this one is the n term, or the last number if the last number is n. And this one is the n term, or the last number if the last number is 25. You get it? Now, so get this one right, then we see how we can deal with it. Now, how do we generate this particular sequence of numbers? Now we have two main important ways, we have other means, but we have two main important ways of generating sequence of numbers. Now, the first one is by adding or subtracting the preceding term. Okay, let me say adding and subtracting a constant. Let me say adding or subtracting a constant. Let me say a constant number to the preceding term. Now when we add or subtract a constant to the preceding term, so we add it to the preceding term to get another number. Now when you do something like this, it falls in one particular type of sequence called the arithmetic progression. Now this one is called arithmetic progression. This one is called arithmetic. Progression. Normally we call it AP. A for arithmetic, P for progression, or linear sequence. Now, so linear sequence means that we can only generate this one by either adding or subtracting. Yes, but we focus on what? Yes. Now, so what does it mean? Now, if we are subtracting, it means that this one has a constant difference. Put this one here. This one, the difference is constant, or the difference is, you see, when we subtract, the same as addition, and I will call it what? Difference. Subtraction means difference. Now, when we come to sequence and series, we use A to represent the first and the letter A to represent the first term. We use the letter A to represent the first term, and then depending on the type of sequence, we use a different letter to represent it. Now, so either the arithmetic progression or the linear sequence. Now, another type of the sequence is generated. Another type of sequence is generated by multiplying or dividing. So 2 by multiplying or dividing. A constant by the preceding so don't forget it's a constant number by a preceding term. Now, when it is being generated by a division or multiplication of a constant by the preceding term, this one falls under a particular type of sequence called the geometric progression. Geometric progression. Geometric progression. That is commonly known as GP. It is commonly known as GP. Now, another name for this geometric progression is exponential sequence. Exponential sequence. Exponential sequence. So these are the two common ways of generating sequence of numbers. Now, at this point, I'm going to take the first one, that is by adding and subtracting, known as the arithmetic progression. Then I'll finish talking about arithmetic progression. Then I'll go and then take the geometric, and I'll talk about it. I'll take the geometric progression and I'll talk about it. Yes. Now, so for now, let me talk about the arithmetic progression.